Hi everyone. In this presentation, we will explain about computer-assisted language learning in ELT context. My name is Nabila Athaya and my partner is Diah Sulistianingrum and Alamsyah. And happy watching. The first one is abstract. The development of computer has been driven by intensive development in the field of computer technology. Now, computers have become much more powerful, however, small in size, more flexible, and easy to use. Besides, they are much cheaper than the last 10 years. Computer literacy become big problem is knowledge of computer and computer when school and the government has devoted research to it. We live today in the digital age, meaning that computers have become an important part of our lives. Today, you grow up with PC and mobile phone. Computers help students complete school assignments and are also used to communicate with anyone from anywhere. Computers also help teachers to give lesson presentations and can help school administrative staff to process school data. Next, I want to explain the preliminaries of computer-assisted language learning in ELT context. Established in 1945, predicted a future with communicated and signed all enhanced by hyperlink information system. Consider future tool to individual use, which is a kind of mechanical personal file and library. Canning M.Pd thought that call emerged from a combination of two separate factors, namely educational need and technological facility. Development in call can be tracked back to the 1960s. Although the educational potential of computer was being discussed in the late 1940s, it took some time for educators to assess the nature of computer education and the ways in which it could be adapted to learning program and curriculum. Third, I want to explain a computer. A computer is a device that processes information with high speed and accuracy. Computer process information by help to create the information itself by display, store, and communicated information to other computer. Computers are used by students, teachers, and research scientists as a learning tool around the world. The next, I want to explain history of call. Although computers have been in use since the first half of the 20th century, they was not used for educational purposes until the 1960s. The 1970s witnessed evolution, called a result of research development related to the use of computers for linguistic purposes and create appropriate language learning conditions. Call software has also become more readily available in the market. Compact disks are used to store large amounts of data, such as encyclopedia or film. A student who is interested in a particular topic can first scan the electronic encyclopedia, then view a film on the subject or view related topic in the reach of the button. Thus, the Learning Center presents students with the advantage of reference material and the popularization of the computer-aided interaction. Computer laboratories have become an integral component of foreign language program in the most educational institute. Computers have been used for language teaching for more than 3 decades. According, the, according to Haley 1998, call history can be divided into 3 stages. The first call behavioristic and communicative integrative call, and the last call. Each stage corresponds to a certain pedagogical.
Pre-internet. In pre-internet days, computer in ELT could be viewed from one of two perspectives. Firstly, computer-assisted language learning, or CAL, developed and concerned itself with the pedagogical application of the technology, so the student can use the computer to develop and practice their English. And the second perspective was in the use of computer for assisting and understanding of what constitutes the English language and how it works. As Winsor say, the statistical analysis of language, initially analysis of written language, but more recently spoken language, has allowed us to examine the frequency of words, and this has informed the profession of several perspectives. The next one is the internet and a changing language. The internet, of which CMC forms major aspect, is changing the language partly because it gives rise to new vocabulary, but more importantly because the medium and its users drive the language in certain direction. This changing language is rapidly evolving and doesn't have a long history to inform syllabus designer and ELT practitioners. Emails do not have and arguably do not need to follow punctuation conventions. Typos and spelling mistakes are also, depending on context, more acceptable with this medium. So, to what extent should we allow this to influence the language content of email in our teaching? Furthermore, synchronous email does in real life and chat forum, for example MSN, are a kind of unique text version of spoken English, and the language generated from this, along with text messaging on mobile phones, is at times completely different to anything else that we have hitherto known. The last topic of my part is the advantage of using computer in language learning and teaching. One of the most important advantage of growth of CAL is that software vendors is no longer feel bound to grammar practice as the main goal of computer use in the language classroom. The vocabulary software has started to be contextualized and to incorporate graphics, audio recording, and playback and video. Most word processors now come with spelling checkers, giving weak spellers some help in finding their errors and recognizing the correct spelling from a list of options. So, the other advantage of CAL are, first, they are multimodal practice with feedback. Next one is individualization in a large class, pair or small group work on projects, the fun factor, variety in the resources available and learning style used, exploratory learning with large amount of language data, and the last one is real-life skill building in computer use. So, what's the difference between the computer and other pieces of equipment? For example, it's like a book and tape recording. They can tell a student what the rules are and what the right solution are, but they cannot analyze the specific mistake that the student has made and reach in a manner which leads him not only correct his mistake, but also to understand the principle behind the correct solution. The computer gives individual attention to the learner and replies to him. So traditionally, it acts like a tutor, assessing the learner's reply, recording it, and pointing out mistakes. The next people is Alamsyah.
The next is language need analysis. We must consider what learners want through language, as well as goals for the type of language interaction since the 1960 that have been a major preoccupation of linguists and language specialists. Among them is the strength, which cross-tabulates four broad categories of goals. 1 is skills, 2 is knowledge, 3 influence, and 4 is transfer. He thinks goals are the first step in building a syllabus or any language course. The Internet. By the mid of year 90, more than 50 million computers were connected to the information superhighway through a network called the Internet. With a personal computer, you can connect to the Internet via modulator demodulators or modems that connects the computer and to the computer via communication channel. And you need a Macintosh or the latest PC model to run Microsoft Windows. On the Internet, there are databases containing information on every branch of human knowledge to scientific topic, from the most seriously to the global. And that's why the Internet is a network and every country has it. The Internet and ELT. English teachers always need additional teaching material. Therefore, the Internet is a very valuable resource for them because the most common purpose for language learner is better communication. Internet will improve the communication skill. For teachers who aim to provide the desired dynamic learning environment, the need for appropriate and stimulating resource and experience has never been greater, and this is where the Internet can make an unique contribution. The Internet also broadens students' horizon, provide regular confirmation of the use of proficiency in language, and provide a strong stimulus to a wider audience educational process. The advent of computer media communication and the Internet has reshaped usability. Computer for language learning in the late 20th century. With arrival of the Internet, computer both in society and in the classroom has changed from tool for processing and displaying information to tool for processing information and communication. In short, the Internet allows English students to 1. Correspond in English via email with the class, 2. Communicate in real-time chat rooms, share cross-cultural opinion and idea about music, sport, hobbies, etc. 3. Conduct international survey. 4. Read and listen to the latest news. Multimedia computing, the Internet, and the World Wide Web provide an incredible boost to computer-assisted language learning, or CAL, application. Personal computers allow users to interact with multimedia programs such as the graphic, animation, text, and sound, and it makes participants active rather than passive. And the last is the future of CAL. Technological advance and the ability to teach language to make maximum use of existing technology. However, now CAL must be examined with an eye against the curriculum of a particular language program and what learner it is intended for.
That's all from our group presentation. We are really sorry if we're making any mistake during the video. Thank you so much for watching and bye. See you in the next video.